Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Thursday. So today I thought that I would do just a quick and easy tutorial using the Too Faced Naked Eye Palette. Now, I believe that one of my subscribers said that this has been discontinued, but I know that a lot of people probably have this in their collection, and you may still be able to find this at places like All Cosmetics Wholesale or possibly even on the Too Faced website, maybe being clearanced out or something. I'm not 100% sure about that. If I have links, I will put them down below for you where you can find this. So, I think I may have taken like an Instagram picture or something where I showed myself wearing this, and it's just a great like everyday neutral eye. And so I thought I would show you like how I get the look that I like to wear with this. Because it's super easy. So anyway, I always start out with my Wet n Wild Brulee eyeshadow. I use this as a base. And by the way, I do already have the rest of my makeup done. I obviously don't have my eyebrows done, but everything else I will list down below in the description box for you. So I'm just going to do one eye, and then I'll do the other eye off camera and show you guys the finished look at the end. So I am starting to feel much better today. Thank you for all of your well wishes. That was awesome reading those. This has definitely been the cold that has like completely kicked my butt. So I'm ready to be done with it. Okay, so this is what this fun little naked eye kit looks like from Too Faced. The shadows are pretty good quality. They have definitely been improved since the time of this guy, I guess when this came out. But the quality of these shadows are definitely decent. So anyway, I'm going to be using pretty much exclusively, I guess I should turn it around, these two colors up here. So I believe it's Pillow Talk and then Like a Virgin. So what I'm going to do first is take this lovely e.l.f. shader brush, and I'm going to go into the color Pillow Talk, and I'm going to put that, so this color right here, all over my lid. And which eye should I do? What's going to be better? Maybe I'll do my right eye. I also have primer down. This does happen to be the Too Faced Shadow Insurance and Lemon Drop, but use whatever primer you like. So I'm just putting that all the way on my lid from inner corner to outer corner up to my natural crease, which like my bone, my like orbital bone is right here. So that's sort of what I define as my lid space. This color, Pillow Talk, is just a really pretty muted gray. It's very natural, very light, and just pretty. So then I'm going to take a blending brush, and I'm going to go in the color Like a Virgin, which is right next door to Pillow Talk, like I showed you guys earlier, so right there. And I'm just going to load some of that onto my brush. Tap off some of that excess, and now I'm going to take this into my crease. So everybody has their own unique way that they like to blend their colors into their crease, the shape that they use. I don't necessarily use my orbital bone as the as like the guide for how I put my eyeshadow down in my crease, because I like a little bit more of like a cat eye effect. So you guys have heard me say this a lot of times. I concentrate more color in the outer corner and I go up further, so actually kind of above, right onto the orbital bone out here. So I put the color down initially where I want to concentrate the most. So right on top of that bone, and then right underneath, like right here, in my actual crease. And I do work it in to the inner corner. but only after I have already deposited most of that color. Hopefully this shows up nicely. I have the blinds closed almost, and I'm hoping that that makes it a little bit less bright so that you can see this a little bit better. Again, most of like your eyeshadow work is just going to be blending. Like it just takes time to blend your eyeshadow. So if you don't have the time to do that, don't half-ass it. Because I think that's when people start to look like their eyeshadow isn't blended, or it looks muddy, or it just doesn't look good. So if you don't have the time for this, don't do it. Just put something across your lid and call it a day. But, you know, don't half-ass it. So again, go a little bit above the crease onto that orbital bone. And then I'm going to take a pencil brush. Oh, this is not clean. Okay, just going to kind of wipe off that excess eyeshadow that I had on there. And I'm going to go in with Like a Virgin, which is that color that I just used in my crease. So get that onto my pencil brush and bring that down onto the lower lash line. Connect it here in the corner so that you don't have this like gap of like skin that doesn't have any color to it. Again, it's just taking your time and blending that out. I obviously focus the majority of the color on the outer part of my lower lash line. And then I also go in and brush away excess, which is easy for me to do because I use powder foundation. If you use liquid foundation, I would probably suggest waiting to do your foundation until after you're done with your eyes. Then I'm going to take a fluffy brush, the same one that I used for the brulee, and I'm just going to go in with a tiny bit of Pillow Talk, which is that lighter color that we put on our lid. And I'm just getting a little bit of that on there, and what I'm going to do with this is blend out the outer edge of Like a Virgin. And I'm doing this just to take away any harsh lines because I want that nice gradient going up. You can even take that underneath your lower lash line to blend that out again. Okay, so today what I'm going to do is use this, come on out, my little friend, there you are. This is the Jordana 12 Hour Made to Last eyeshadow pencil in Tenacious Brown. Now, this doesn't necessarily match our eyeshadow very well because this is a brown and we've got like kind of a nice gray taupey look going on. But we're going to cover this up. So I'm just using this essentially as a base for the other eyeshadow to stick to. So what I'm going to do is just line my upper lash line. And I, again, like a similar shape where the outer portion of the liner goes up a little further to create a slight cat eye effect. I don't like to do a winged liner look on myself. I just don't like the way that it looks, so I never do that. But I do like to make sure that the liner is a little bit thicker on the outer portion and then thins as it goes into the inner part of the eye. And I normally don't go all the way in. I just sort of go, I guess, to the end of my lash line on my inner corner, which is about there. Sorry about the sniffling. Can't really do anything about that quite yet. I still have the runny nose. Okay, Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that same pencil brush and I'm going to go in with the color Stiletto, sorry, not Stiletto, but Unmentionables, which is this satin gray finish underneath Like a Virgin. This color right here. So I'm just going to pick some of that up and then go over top of the brown to turn that into a more gray liner versus like that teddy bear brown color. So you don't necessarily have to have an eyeliner in the specific color that matches whatever eyeshadow look you want to do. Like, you can actually use your eyeshadows to just transform whatever plain boring liner you do happen to have. I do that a lot. So this just turned it into a nice gray eyeliner. But it has the intensity and the staying power of just using a pencil liner, which is really nice. So there you go. Again, you're going to have some fallout. Brush that away. And that is the eyeshadow look that we are going for. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off. I'm going to finish this eye. I'm going to finish my brow, and then I'll probably end up telling you what I have on the rest of my face. So, but I will also put it down below, so hopefully that's helpful. So I'll see you guys here in just a minute. Alright guys, so here is the finished look for the eyeshadow. Hopefully you can get a good look at that. So as you can see, very wearable, very work appropriate, very just everyday, neutral, appropriate eye. I believe that I've said this before, but this is actually an eye look that I use a lot of times on brides or even bridesmaids who are complete color phobes or makeup phobes in general. People that just don't want to look overly made up. I find that this particular palette is great for that, especially these two colors right here that I used. So the Pillow Talk and Like a Virgin. Pillow Talk's over here, Like a Virgin is over here. These colors are also really great for neutral eye looks. I just really reach for this quite a bit when I'm doing brides. I love the way that these shadows apply. They are not as pigmented as the newer Too Faced shadows, but that actually tends to work in my favorite when I'm using this for bridal looks, because like I said, most of the people that I use this particular look on are people who don't want to necessarily look like they're wearing a lot of makeup. So anyway, I really enjoy this as an everyday look. Like I said, I think it just looks pretty. It's soft, it's not overly made up, and it's easy to do. It does take some blending, and I think that that's the thing that people have to like get used to doing when they're playing with multiple eyeshadow colors. That harsh look that you get by not blending enough doesn't look good on everybody. There are some people that can pull it off, you know, that very cut crease, very kind of harsh look. But I think for the vast majority of people, blending a little bit more will make the end result a little bit more likable for not only yourself, but also for other people when they're looking at you and thinking, wow, her eyeshadow is not blended, or wow, she just has a beautiful eye look today. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys what I have on the rest of my face. So you saw everything that I used on the eyes. The mascara that I used today is just the Buxom Sculpted Lash Mascara. I really like this. It is great for everyday mascara look because it just separates your lashes. It adds a little bit of volume, a little bit of length, nothing dramatic. This is not something that I would recommend to people who want crazy volume or crazy length. You're just not going to get it with this, but it's a great just everyday mascara. For my brows today, I used the Anastasia Perfect Brow Pencil in Blonde, as well as MAC Omega. So I am so impressed with how much I have used of this Omega. It's going to be gone in like another month if I use it exclusively. So anyway, I just kind of get excited when I use things up now. I used to be one of those people that just hoards and hoards things because I didn't want to use them up, but now I'm like, let's use everything up. For my base today, I did use the Sarah McNamara Miracle Skin Transformer in the color Light. You can find this at Costco, or you can pay a lot more for it at your Sephora. I believe it's twice the price at Sephora. No, not quite twice, but I believe this is $48 at Sephora, and I think it's $28.99 at Costco, if you can find it at your local Costco. The eye primer that I used today was the Lemon Drop from Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and then for my foundation I did use the Balance and Brighten from Laura Geller in the color Fair, and this is what the Fair looks like. So perfect match for my skin, my pasty skin. Smooth Operator Micronized Clay Finishing Powder from Tarte is my setting powder. There you go. For my contour today, NYX blush in Taupe, lovely dirty brown. Highlight was Essence Metal Glam highlighting powder in Gold Digger, and that was just down the center of my nose and on my Cupid's bow. My blush today was the Milani Rose Powder Blush in Tea Rose. I love it. I love this color. I love these blushes. Not everybody does, but I love them. I think that because I am so fair, I can tend to make a lot of things work for me. I guess I'm lucky that way. So, but I do kind of get the sense that people that are medium skin tone and above don't really like these. They just don't find enough pigment in them. So for me, I'm in the fair to light range. I think I get enough pigment off of these to make them worthwhile. So there you go. On my lips, all I have is just a really light layer of MAC Viva Glam II, which is one of my favorite lipsticks of all time, and Stella lost the cap to this, so I'm trying desperately to like use it up as fast as I can. It's kind of weird just having a lipstick sitting out without a lid on it. I think I should just put like some saran wrap or something over top, but yeah, this is an all-time favorite and I absolutely love it. It's a beautiful nude. And I think that's everything. So that's the look, people. It's really easy. Like I said, if I can find this for sale anywhere, I will definitely put links down below. And I will also list the products that I used on my face down below for you guys, in case you didn't make it to this point in the video, in which case you wouldn't even know. Okay, there you go. I like it. If you can find it, or if I can find it for you and you're interested, it's definitely a good buy. So anyway, let me know if you guys have questions, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.